Hello everybody! I just solved the day 19 of Advent of Code 2023, so let's now give the same problem to ChatGPT to see if it's able to solve it as well. So I have the problem description here. I will, again, as usual, take the whole description as it is and ask ChatGPT to look into it. Please solve the following problem. Input file is attached. So I put the input file there. It's gonna be in my day 19 input, and let's see what happens. So ChatGPT is already trying to solve this. Okay. I think for the first part, it should not be hard for ChatGPT to solve. It's mostly about being able to parse the input correctly, but then it should be fine. But as we have seen before, parsing the input is not the easiest thing for ChatGPT. So we'll see if it's gonna work out. Okay, here we have already a problem. So parsing definitions already failed. So as I was worried, it's failing on the input. But okay, this seems better. Right. Processing seems to be quite similar to what I was doing in C#, although I'm not sure if it's counting correctly for the fallback case. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's seeing that there are rules that are not in this format, but there is just the fallback itself. So it's not invalid, it's actually valid, but it is a fallback, not a full rule. Yeah, exactly. That's what it does. But I think ChatGPT will need to hurry here, otherwise it will time out and we will not see the result. Still the same thing. That's a bummer. It's timed out before it was able to figure things out. What I can do is I can take the output and ask it again. Oh, okay, it doesn't contain that much, but let's see if it's enough for it to continue efficiently. Okay. Okay, so far so good. But it's taking its time, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be able to manage things in time, especially if it's doing these very verbose comments. Okay. Time is of the essence here, so no need to be verbose in this case. All right, so that is okay. Come on, you can make it. Ouch. Again, it failed on trying to match all the different rules to be either less than or more than, but in some cases there is none. Those are the fallbacks. So, again timed out. That's so unfortunate. It seems that ChatGPT was on the right track here, but not able to solve it in time for it not to time out. So let's okay. So now it's writing the comments in the file, the source code anyways. But I think like the solution that it had was very close to what was needed. Just was not complete as it wasn't counting on the fallbacks or not handling the fallback cases correctly. So if it was able to figure this part out, it would probably solve the problem. Okay, it always gets here, but then it fails as there is no time to finish it and also figure out the fallbacks correctly. So that's super annoying. Yeah, exactly. Again, the same thing. It catches on that problem that there is the fallback rule, which is not, yeah, it tries to do the error, that doesn't work, so it tries again. That's so unfortunate. I think it would be nice to see if it solves this problem. Maybe what I can do, I can feed it the solutions that it already provided. Okay, some of the parts, okay. It solved it. That was all of a sudden, but this is the correct solution. All right, so ChatGPT solved the first part. So now let's try the second part, now that it has the parsing and everything working, so it might be able to do it. Please solve the more version problem on same input. All right, let's have our fingers crossed for ChatGPT. So far, it was quite promising. The second part of the problem is not that much more complicated. It's just transforming the same kind of solution into working with intervals instead of individual numbers, but it is not that much more complicated. So it could work. So it's doing this copy-paste kind of output, which I was trying to avoid by doing a dictionary-style indexer. And it's using range, which is some built-in thing, which has exclusive upper bound, apparently. Okay, this is a solution that's definitely not very efficient because it's trying to go just through all of the ranges and count them, which is not going to work because the number is going to be so high. So it needs to figure out that it needs to scale down a bit and do this more efficiently by feeding the processing the whole ranges and figuring out which will be accepted, which not going through everything one by one. That's not going to work in this case. Or it would work, but you would have to have a lot of time and a lot of processing power to get it done. I'm not sure. It's going to be 4,000 to the power of 4, which is a huge number. So yeah, exactly. Sheer number of combinations makes it impractical to check for each one individually. Indeed. Oh, it gave up? Huh. Okay. Can you try to write more solution? Not good. It just gave up. It's just kind of surprising. Yeah, I like that description, but let's implement it, right? I think it's not working correctly with the rejected ones, not forwarding or resetting the constraints after the processing of indicating rejection. Yeah, but it probably will not be enough yet. Yeah, it's not the correct solution. So unfortunately, let's see if it's able to figure it out. Because what it was doing was going through the workflows, but never adjusting the current constraints, and instead of just taking new ones, applying the rule, but not taking the rejected ones into account for the next workflow, which is incorrect. Yeah, it's not working. So yeah, I think this is not going to work. Oh well. Yeah, so it didn't work. You can see the result is showing the calculation you did, the result, which is even bigger than probably the 4000 to the power of 4. So this is very weird and very wrong. I'm tempted to try one more attempt on telling it that it needs to take the rejected part into account as well. So this is a huge hint, so I think it's not going to be correct. We're gonna count it as ChatGPT solved this problem completely, but with this hint, I think it could be able to solve the solution, solve it correctly. So we'll see. And it's still not there. The result is different than what we should be seeing. So I guess ChatGPT was not able to solve it again, but it was successful with the first part of the problem, which is still quite good. And with the second part, it was just too complicated for it to figure out. We'll see, maybe in the future, but so far not there yet. Well, thank you very much for joining this short session. I will be making further videos as I'm going through the remaining Advent of Code days. I have still 5 more to go, I think. Not here, but here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's still 6 days left. But last day I think is just one problem, so it's gonna be half of the complexity. So yeah, I'll be making further videos. So if you want to get notified about those, subscribe. I'm also doing some new videos on GitHub and preparing for GitHub Foundation certification. So also subscribe for those. And until then, I wish you have a great day. Keep coding. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.